where your family members live. Oh, are we on here now too? Okay, good. Then I'm going to start again. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our weekly live stream. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to talk about how to talk about your family in English. So for today, I'm going to explain some basic things. Like over here, I'm going to talk about your family makeup. So family makeup means the people in your family. So your parents, brothers, sisters, and so on. This will be some review, maybe, but we'll practice some basic sentence structures here. Then we'll talk about your family members' professions. That means your family members' jobs. So how to explain that? What do they do? Then we'll talk about how to explain where your family members live, or just a couple of other things that you can do to explain, like where in the world they are. So those are our 3 topics for today. So I hope that you can send lots of messages in the chat. This is going to be a good live stream, I think, for beginner learners. But I hope that if you're intermediate or advanced, you can find something new here too. So we'll begin in just a couple minutes. I will check the chat. Hi, everybody. I see YouTube is up. Hi, everybody on YouTube. Junior, hey, Junior, Gabriella, and Andre, and Juan. Hi, everybody. Thanks very much for joining us. Facebook is up. Hi, Masaya. I haven't seen you in a while live. Hi. Bienvenue. Hi. Waiba. Hello. Good. Okay. I see lots of people in YouTube, and I think, is Facebook loading? Is Facebook ready? I see a couple people there, but I will share the video as well. So when you join, oh, there's the video. Okay, so when you join, please make sure to like and share the video so other people can find it. Okay, share. Good. I'm done. Okay, so we'll start in a couple minutes. A couple of quick announcements. One, on the YouTube channel, there's lots of new stuff to check on the English Class 101 YouTube channel. There's a new Q&A video to watch. And then there's also a new Know Your Verbs, a new episode of Know Your Verbs about the verb let on the channel. So please check those out. And of course, we have more new stuff coming soon. Great. Okay, I see lots of people now. Fantastic. Hi, everybody. Good. Okay, we are 3 minutes in. Hi, everybody. Wow, YouTube is exploding. Hi, everybody. Good. Lots of people. Hello from Peru on Facebook. Hi there. Okay, great. So if you're just joining, yes, today's topic is how to talk about your family. How to talk about your family. So I think there are lots of people live. Let's get started. Okay, so I said today we're going to start by talking about family makeup. Family makeup. So this is maybe a good kind of intermediate or advanced keyword. This word makeup. So makeup here doesn't mean like, like eyeshadow or lip color or anything. Makeup with, in this use, means like the parts of something that create a larger thing. So your family makeup means the people who create your family. So for this part, I want to do a little bit of review then. So to begin, siblings. Siblings is the first category I want to talk about. So siblings means your brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. So these are a few sentence patterns that you can use to talk about brothers and sisters that you may have or not have. So let's begin. In this case, this is if there are no brothers and sisters. So 0 brothers and sisters. This is the first case. If you have no brothers, no sisters, you can use the expression, I'm an only child. I'm an only child. Only child, so meaning one. There's only one child. In my family, it's me. So here, don't forget this I'm. I'm an only child. Don't forget your article here either. I'm an only child. So there are no other, I don't have a brother, I don't have a sister, I'm an only child. If you do have a brother or if you do have a sister, you can use a pattern like the next one. So I've included 2 siblings here. You can say, I have an older brother, and you can finish here if that's the case. But for this example, I have an older brother and a younger sister. So I've introduced here 2 words you can use in talking about your family for the rest of this lesson, actually. So this word, older, and younger. So sometimes students ask about the word elder. Elder sounds old-fashioned. We don't use really elder very much to talk about our siblings. We use it maybe to talk about actually old people in our society, our elders, for example. But we don't use it so much to talk about our siblings. Instead, I recommend the word older, not elder, older. So that's one point here. Second point here is when you're talking about your brothers and sisters, you'll notice I've included articles here. So one, don't forget your article, that's one. But when you're talking about an older sibling, O, so it starts with this vowel sound, yeah? When it starts with a vowel sound, remember that your article needs to be an. I have an older brother. If you're talking about a younger sibling, this starts with that y sound, so kind of a consonant sound, you need to use this article. So I have an older brother and a younger sister. So please don't forget these articles. That's an important review point, I think. Okay, and I'll try to check the chat. Good, Yunmei on YouTube says, I have an older sister and a younger brother. Perfect, nice. Other ones, vamos, yes, this is live, hello. Masaya says, I have 2 brothers and I'm the middle. I'll get to that point in just a second, Masaya, about being in the middle. Let's see. If you have other ones, send them over, other examples. Okay, let's go to the next one. If you have more than like one sibling, you can use this pattern. I have plus your number of sisters or brothers. So you can combine this like I did in this sentence, for example. So here, for example, I have 2 sisters, or I have 3 brothers, for example. A point to be careful of here is this S. Make it plural. I have 2 sisters, I have 2 brothers. So you could say I have 2 sisters and 3 brothers if you want to combine them. So just use this number pattern. Don't forget your plural. That's a key point for this one. Okay, then finally, for this beginning part, is this one. I mentioned it in response to Masaya's comment on Facebook. This I'm the middle child. So I started this point with this expression, I'm an only child. Here, we're going to use I'm the middle child. So middle child means I have a sibling here and I have a sibling here. So meaning I have an older sibling and I have a younger sibling. Then this is me. My terrible happy face. So this is me. This is me in the middle. So I'm the middle child. This is the expression we use. Always this. It's because I'm the middle child in my family. There's only one middle child. It's me. I'm the middle child in my family. So please use this expression if you have an older sibling and a younger sibling and you are in the middle. Okay. Jalberth on YouTube. I have 2 sisters and a brother. Like I said, don't forget this S. I have 2 sisters. Don't forget your S. Make it plural, please. Okay, I am the middle child to someone. Good. I have 2, I'm not sure what that one. I have 2 brothers. Minnath, again, so careful. Don't forget. Many of you are forgetting to make this plural, this S right here. Brothers. I have 2 brothers. 1 brother, 2 brothers. So don't forget that S. I have 3 sisters. Good. Let's see. Oh, someone says, how do I have, say, siblings by my father? Interesting. So you can say, like, I have 2 siblings. Let's see. That gets a little bit more complicated, I think. I'm not sure, actually, about your situation, so I won't answer that one specifically. Maybe I can come back to that later. Many of you are saying, I'm the middle child. Someone says, I'm old sister in my family, that's a great one. If you yourself, if you are this one, if you are this child here, you're not the middle child, you can say, here, I'll make a new one. Can they see this here? Yes, okay, thanks. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest. So here you see we're using the superlative, yeah? I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest. So not older, comparative. Is it okay? I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest. So if this is you, you are the oldest child in your family. On the other hand, if this is you, you can say, I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest. So here we have some good grammar points today. I'm the oldest, I'm the youngest here. I'm getting in a very weird position to point at these things. Okay, I'm the oldest, I'm the youngest. Hope that helps some of you. Wow, someone says I have 4 brothers. Wow, that's big. I have 1 brother. You have brothers and sisters? 1? A little brother. Ah, a little brother. Yeah, you can say little or big for younger or older too. So we could say little brother or little sister and big brother or big sister as well here. Okay, that was a lot. Whew, that was fun. Okay, so let's go on. I'm warm. Let's go on to the next part. Good, you guys have great sentences. 3 brothers, 2 sisters. Nice. Okay, so let's go on to this part. Children. So part 2 for this part is children. So I don't know if you have kids. I don't have kids. But if you do, here's how to talk about it. So first one, children. So as we talked about with siblings, I have number. You can use I have number plus kids. Kids. So this kids is more casual and more friendly, I feel, more commonly used than children. You can say children. Children here, children is okay. That's fine. I have 2 children. Children is okay to use. I prefer kids. I have 2 kids. I have 3 kids. If you have 1, don't use the plural. I have 1 kid. I have 1 kid. 1 kid, 2 kids. So caution on your singular and plural forms. Okay, then if you don't have kids, if you're like me, you can say, I don't have kids. I don't have kids. I would not say I have 0 kids. That sounds kind of unnatural. Don't say I have 0 kids. Say I don't have kids. Again, plural here. I don't have kids. I don't have kids. Okay. Someone says, I have 1 kid. Good. I have no kids. Ah, good. Gustavo, nice point. I said I don't have kids. What did you write? I have no kids. I have no kids. That's also okay. Someone says, I have 1 baby. She's so cute. Aw. Okay. Good. Oh, Joe, you said, how do you say when you are the second of 5 brothers? You just said it perfectly. I'm the second of 5 brothers. That's perfect. Nice. Good. I don't have kids. I don't have any kids. Perfect. Perfect, everybody. Nicely done. Okay. Then, let's see. What's my next point? Next point then. So we've talked about kids. Numbers of kids is pretty easy to do. You can explain their ages if you want to. So some of you said, I have 2 kids or I have 1 kid. You can say, I have, 2 kids. My daughter is 2. My son is 4. So you can add some information about your kids. So I'll put that here somewhere. I'm running out of space here. So plus age, you can talk about their age. That's the next natural point to include. I have 2 kids, my son is 4, my daughter is 2. Okay, good, nice one. I have 3 kids. Oh, someone wrote I have 3 kids or children's. Damari wrote that. Please be careful, a singular plural point. I said children is okay, yes. But remember, children is the plural form. So child is an irregular noun. So when we say 1 child, we use child for the singular. The plural form is children. So you can't say children's. That's incorrect. Please use 1 child, 2 children. Okay, finally for this one, let's move on to one more point to talk about your family makeup. That is this. Marital status. Marital status. So this is more of an intermediate or advanced vocabulary word. Your marital status. This is a formal way of saying, are you married or not? So, are you married or not? There's a simple answer to this. I'm married. I'm married. So this, don't forget this I'm, that's one. 2, married. I'm married, not I'm marriaged, not I'm got married, but I'm married. I'm married is the correct expression here. I'm married. Of course, if not, I'm not married. I'm not married. If you are married, I'm married, you can say like, you can use some more advanced grammar. I've been married for 5 years. Ooh, my writing is messy. I've been married for 5 years, for example. You don't have to zoom in on that. I think it's impossible to read. Thanks, though. I've been married for 5 years, you could say. Okay, so this is how to explain your marital status, explaining whether or not you are married. We don't use this for single or in a relationship, though. Marital status is for married or not married. Okay, good. So this is the first part for today's lesson, how to talk about your family makeup. I'm checking for your questions. PT Thakur, hi, on YouTube says, I am unmarried. Unmarried is also okay. Nice. I'm unmarried. Good. I'm married and I have 2 kids, says Menes on Facebook. Nice. Umar, can we say me is married? No, we cannot say me is married. Say I am married. I am married is the correct sentence. I am married. Jeremy says, I never been married. If you want to use that, I've never been married. I'm out of space. I've never been married. I have never been married. Okay, I have to stop there so we can go on. Let's take a break because I've been talking forever. So today's topic is family and relatives. So we have free stuff for you guys, as always. Today, the perfect PDF is our family and relatives cheat sheet. So this has lots of vocabulary I'm not going to talk about today. But this, we're already talking about like brothers, younger and older sisters, younger, older brothers, and so on. But there are other family-related words here that you can find. And we also have some family and relative-related greeting words here. So when you meet your relatives after a long time, or you get together for parties and so on. So this is a great one, a great free thing to get this week. So please check this out. You can download this for free. The link for this, if you're watching on YouTube, is below the video, not the chat box, in the description below the video. If you're watching on Facebook, check the link above the video. It should be above the chat box if you're watching on full screen, or just in your news feed if you're not watching full screen. So please go download this and all the other stuff that we have. Maybe I'll show this a bit later. Okay, let's get back to it. Someone says, Alicia, your stuff is so cool. Yay, thanks. Okay, it's our team, our awesome team. Okay, let's go to the next part. If you're just joining us, today's topic is how to talk about your family. How to talk about your family. So we started today's lesson by talking about your family makeup, the people in your family. So part 2 for today is this, how to talk about professions. Profession means job. So how do you explain your family member's job? So maybe you can explain your job, like I'm a teacher, I'm a scientist, for example. But how do you explain your family member's job? I will introduce some patterns. Let's begin. Okay, let's get to it. So I'm using this keyword. Oops, I left off a bracket. So I'm going to use this keyword, relative. So relative means person in your family, relative. My relative is blah, blah, blah. I'm going to use this. So in this part, please use the person in your family that you want to talk about. So my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my younger brother, my older sister. Substitute the person in your family right here. Okay, so let's begin. My relative is a or an plus their job title. So quick review, I talked about the difference between a and an over here, yeah? So we use an before a vowel sound, before a consonant sound. So my relative, like my mom is a teacher, for example. My mom is a teacher. My dad is an engineer. So you could use mother or father. If you use mother or father to talk about your parents, it will sound a little more polite. It's not wrong, so it's fine to use that. So my mom is a teacher, for example. I used a because teacher begins with a consonant sound, a teacher. Here, my dad is an engineer. I used an because engineer starts with a vowel sound, in. Okay, so this is one pattern you can use to introduce their job title, their job title. Okay, then I'll check your comments. Nice, my brother is a veterinarian. Nice one. Mom means mother. Mom means mother. Mom is the more commonly used word for mother. Okay, then let's say you want to explain the industry. So this is a key word for this pattern, industry. Industry means like the type of company, the kind of company. So let's try an example. Like again, my relative, my mom or my dad, my mother or father, works, here's a point, works for a or an, again, this article is a key point for today's lesson, industry company. So let's say, for example, my brother, let's say, my brother works for an electrical company. So electrical, so that means like electricity related. They make electricity or supply electricity. My brother works for an electrical company, So points here. One, this S right here. So we need to conjugate this verb. My subject, my brother is the subject, he. So work, the verb work takes an S. It's a regular verb. My brother works for, you could say at if you want to. Both are okay here. My brother works for an electrical company. So we can talk about the industry, the type of company where our relative works. Idel says, my mother works for an housewife. Okay, a couple points. My mother's job title. So if your mother's job is housewife, you don't need to include works for. Works for is used for a company, a type of company. If you want to introduce the job title, just use this pattern. So my mother is a housewife. My mother is a housewife. My father is a farmer. Good. My sister works for a beer company. Nice. Don't forget your article. My sister works for a beer company there. Other ones. My sister works for a factory. Okay, interesting. What kind of factory? So introduce the kind of job, the kind of company. My father works for a mechanical company. Nice. My sister works for a telecommunication company. Great. Okay. Good. My mother is a housewife. Perfect. You fixed it. Nice one. Thanks. Okay. What's the pronunciation? Architect. Architect. My father is an architect. That's how you say architect. All right. Good. Let's go to the next pattern then, please. My relative works for company. So this one, it's a little hard to see. My relative works for company. This one is like the easier version maybe of this. So here we have the same works for, we could use at as well. But here we're using the company name, That means it's probably a famous company. For example, my sister works for Apple, or my father works for Google, for example. So if you want to explain with the company name, like it's a really famous company, use that. So my father works for Google. My father works at Google. Ah, great one, George on YouTube. My father is retired. My father is retired, No article there, no article. My father is retired. Great one. I'll add that here. My relative, great keyword. My relative is retired. Retired. So this means finished working. Finished working. Because like of old age, or maybe an injury sometimes. So you can't see that, sorry. My relative is retired. Retired. We use this in sports as well. Retired. Another person says, my dad is deceased. Yes, you can say that. My father or my mother is deceased or has passed away. Yes, if you need to explain that, that is correct. Okay, other things. My father worked for a certain fact. Sorry, I missed the comment on Facebook, but if you want to talk about a past job, just change your verb here. So here I'm using the present tense in all of these examples. If you want to talk about a past job, just use the past tense. My father worked for something. Oh, thanks. It's okay. I caught the question, I think. Okay. So my father worked for. My mother worked for. So use the past tense there. I'm exaggerating. Worked for. Okay. Let's move along to the last point for this one. Ooh, we're almost out of time. Let's go to the last one. If your relative has their own company, you can use the verb run. To run a company means they take care of the company. They do everything for the company, like management, accounting, hiring people. They run a company. So my mother runs, what kind of company? My mother runs an education company, or my father runs a tech company, for example. So you can use the word run to talk about managing a company. He or she runs a company. Okay, good. I have to go quickly. I didn't realize how much I was talking today. So let's continue on without a break to the last part for today's lesson. The last part for today's lesson is residence. So residence means the place where you live. The place where you live, or for today's lesson, the place where your family member lives. So this is some review, I think, for you guys, a lot of you guys. But we live in. We live in. Finish this sentence with your city or your country. We live in Sao Paulo. We live in Thailand. We live in Mongolia. We live in Senegal. You can use your city or your country. This we could mean your family. It could mean you and your husband or wife, you and your siblings, whatever. We live in a place. Okay. Another one. My parents live in. My parents live in. Point here is this S sound. My parents live in. So again, my parents is our subject. They, two people, they live in Montana, or they live in Brazil. So my parents live in, again, a city or a country here. Next one, to review. Sorry, we're going quickly because time. Okay, my mom or my dad. I want to introduce these two because I know in some cases family members move around, like for business trips, for example. How do you express that? So to talk about family members who move, you can use these expressions. For example, my mom travels between A and B. So like my mom travels between New York and London, or my mom travels between Beijing and Tokyo, for example. You can use travels between. So again, this S, don't forget this S. My mom travels between A and B. Another way to say it is goes back and forth between. Goes back and forth between place. My mom goes back and forth between place A and place B. So you can use both of these to talk about someone who travels a lot. Okay, good. And then, almost last, if you want to talk about a single parent, like my dad lives in and my mom lives in, like, or, you know, your siblings, you can do that. Just make sure you include this S in lives. He or she lives in. Lives in. A little grammar review today. Finally, if you want to talk about your siblings, we talked about siblings at the beginning of today's lesson. Your siblings, so my youngest or my oldest brother or sister, or to talk about your children, my youngest or oldest son or daughter lives in. You can do that with this pattern here. So my youngest son lives in Osaka, for example, or my daughter, you don't have to include these, like my daughter lives in Tokyo, for example. So there are lots of ways we can combine all of this stuff. Good. How do you say when we don't have a job? I'm unemployed. Unemployed, that's a good one. So that relates over here, professions. Unemployed. Not employed, not having a job. I'm unemployed. Okay, good one. Phew, sorry, I had to finish quickly. I took a long time on the first parts of this lesson, but that's okay. Thanks for all your great questions. That was awesome. My younger brother lives in Hokkaido. Oh, really? I hope he was okay in the earthquake. Okay. Good. I have to finish there for today because I'm totally out of time. I talk too much, as usual. So, if you missed it, today's lesson is about how to talk about your family. This lesson was recorded, so you can find it on our YouTube channel at English Class 101 or on our Facebook page. So check one of those. And also, don't forget to get your free stuff this week. I showed you this family and relatives PDF that has family-related keywords. Should I go with this camera? Yeah. Family-related keywords and things. So this is just one example. Hello. This is one example of the free stuff that you can find from the link below the video on YouTube or above the video on Facebook. But there are lots and lots of other things you can find too. This might be important. Your pets. I didn't talk about pets today, but for many people I know pets are a part of the family. So this is another PDF that's free. You can find from the link below the video on YouTube, above the video on Facebook. So definitely go download these after the lesson, or just pause the lesson and go download now. I'll wait. So check those out if you have not already. You can download, you just need an account on the website. You can make one for free if you don't have one. Okay, but I have to finish there for today. That was a lot of talking. Thanks so much for sending your questions and for sending all of your example sentences. That was awesome. That was really helpful. I have to finish, but next week we will be back. As always, same time, same channel. Next week, September 26th, the topic will be how to talk about your hobbies. How to talk about your hobbies. So like we did today, I'll do some kind of grammar review of these really small points and try to help you guys talk more naturally about the things you like to do. So this should be a fun lesson, I think. How to talk about your hobbies next Wednesday, September 26th. So please join us again at 10 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Daylight savings time? No? 10 p.m.? Check Facebook and check YouTube. Push the notification button. I think it should be 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It usually is. But if you're not sure, check the Facebook page or check the YouTube page. There's always like a little waiting like kind of notification you can get. Or just turn on notifications for this live stream. Yay! So a few different strategies. Anyway, we'll be back here at this time next week, so please join us. In the meantime, please get your free stuff. Check the YouTube channel for some other free stuff that's out there now too. But I will finish there. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.